Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Kaizen video. Now, let's say you're looking for a compact car, but you don't want people thinking you're poor, so it has to be German. Then I have something for you. This is a Mark 5 Volkswagen Polo. Mark 5 Polo suggests that this is a 2009 model, but this is not just any Polo. This is a Polo Vivo. Polo Vivos were made in South Africa starting from 2018. And this specific model was made in 2019, so it's newer than the 2009 versions. So not only is it German, but it's also proudly made in Africa. The VW Polo is powered by a 1.6-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 engine, this one. It makes about 104 horsepower or 77 kilowatts because it's German, sends all that power to the front wheels through a 6-speed automatic gearbox. This is the most powerful naturally aspirated petrol engine you can get on a Polo. And because this Polo is lighter than the previous generation, you get slightly better power to weight ratio. The VW Polo was not designed by Ferdinand Piëch, but you can see his influence all over it. For example, this line on the bonnet here and this one here. It's very clean, very masculine. It comes from the headlights all the way to the taillights. Looks really nice. Yeah, so I like the shape of the front here, an enormous VW badge to remind you what you're driving. A typical VW front over here. I like the shape of these headlamps. Look really, really nice. The line I was talking to you about comes from the headlight, goes all the way to the tail lamps. Look really, really nice. 15-inch wheels, both front and rear. It's a disc brake at the front and a drum brake at the rear, but that's what we expect from this small compact car. Yeah, so I like the overall design of this thing. Let's look at the interior. Now this is a compact car, but the word compact does not translate to cheap in German like it does in most places in Japan. So it's compact, but you get soft touch materials on the dashboard here. It feels like a very special car even though it's a small car. Yeah, so you get a nice tiny little steering wheel. You get an analog gauge cluster, your rev counter and your speedometer with a digital display at the center there. Your AC controls are at the bottom here, and then your radio goes up here. Even though it's a 2018 model, because it's based on a 2009 model, you don't get massive touchscreens on the dashboard, which I prefer. So this is how you operate your 6-speed automatic transmission. It has a manual mode, so you can do the shifting yourself. You get a manual handbrake, which is always better than those buttons that say P on them. The seat is a bit on the firm side, but it's very well supportive and comfortable. I would be comfortable sat here on a long journey. Practicality-wise, you do get some cup holders, although they are exactly at the wrong place because they are in front of the shifter here. So they are only useful if you're parked. When you're driving, I don't know how you'll get to this point. There is a storage here. It's far and hidden away. So if you want to store some secret items, you can always throw them here. So you don't get an armrest, so when driving your arm will have to stay awkwardly in the air. And there's also no storage beneath that armrest. There's a manual handbrake, and behind it is a cup holder. So when you pull the handbrake to do a handbrake turn, you'll spill the tea of the passenger behind there. Not super practical, but not too bad for this tiny car. There is a bottle holder on the door cards here. It's quite enormous, and you can reach the bottle quite easily. So that's where you'd put your drinks instead of these cup holders over here. There's a bit of hazard going on at the door here. This protruding door part can easily slice off your hand, which is not ideal. VW were very sure to remind you that you're still poor because only the front windows are electronically adjustable. As you can see, this is only 2 controls. The back passengers get to adjust their seats like it's the 1970s manually. Now let's look at the back passenger accommodation on the VW Polo. Now sitting here, you immediately remember why it's called a compact car. So I don't get any knee room whatsoever. This is the maximum height of a person that will sit on this car. So this seat is adjusted to my driver's position. That's all the knee room I get. I guess decent headroom, but not plenty. The seats are a bit on the firm side, but still comfortable. I would be comfortable doing this on a short journey, not a long one. You get a view of the boot at the back here. It's a tiny little boot, but remember it's a compact car, so don't expect much from this. So at the back here, not only are the windows manually adjustable like it's the 1970s, but they don't wind all the way down. That's the maximum you get from this car. I guess that's to remind your passengers that they need to get their own car because there isn't even enough space to fit them at the back here. The VW Polo Vivo. It's a tiny little compact car, but not any less German. So you can get it for 1.05 million Kenya shillings. Just find the number in the description and we'll talk about how you can own this exact unit. That's been it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.